The EuroLeague playoffs are here, and they brought everything that you'd expect.
Efes a plus 18. Oh! Jet 7 soaring and scoring.
Both games were a must-watch, and we'll kick it off from Istanbul, where Fenerbahce hosted Paris basketball. Both Fenerbahce and Paris justified their labels in the first quarter. Fener for being the worst team in the league in the opening quarter, and Paris, well, for being Paris and bringing chaos to the court.
Averages 7.5 assists per game. Here's the turnover. Herrera, shorts. It's going to go at Coulson. It's going to go right by Coulson.
Paris opened the first quarter strong with quick transition offense, while Fener, on the other hand, struggled offensively and went on a 5-minute scoring drought. Paris used Fenerbahce's struggles to build on an early first quarter lead. However, the second quarter was a completely different story.
McCollum drops a dime and a strong finish by Devin Hall.
After losing the first quarter for the 19th time this season, Fenerbahce flipped the switch and turned on the Jets in the second. Fener made 5 of 8 3-pointers on their way to 31 second quarter points. This is EuroLeague royalty behind me, and I'm always tuned in to every team with EuroLeague TV. I can watch up to 4 games live or catch the replays anytime I want. And you can join me by clicking the link in the description and typing code HEATCHECK15 for 15% off your first year of subscription. This completely shifted the momentum on their side as the OAKA arena started exploding and Paris couldn't wait to get to halftime.
Baldwin can't make an entry pass. He's gonna call his own number. Jasikevičius is remonstrating with Babinovic.
But despite Fener gathering momentum, it's not as easy to get rid of Paris.
Finally, the ball gets back into the hands of Heafy, who banks it home. Nadir Heafy's unconscious. Banks home the 3.
And just look at this. Tarik Biberovic makes a 3-pointer, and in the blink of an eye, Paris is already on the other end as TJ Shorts makes the layup. We're talking about 3 seconds here, and not even the cameraman could pick it up. And to stay within the game, Paris used every mistake made by Fener. Eric McCollum misses the 3-pointer, and instead of jumping to a 7-point lead, Paris brings it within 1.
Shorts finds Heafy, the trailer. Bingo! That's what we talked about!
However, Fener is simply too experienced to give up the lead at home.
McCollum's floater, good.
And as Paris was trying to make the final push for a comeback, it was Wade Baldwin who turned off the lights in Istanbul.
Eyeball to eyeball with the Antonin. Baldwin to win it. Wade Baldwin, count it, game over! Wade Baldwin's gonna win this one for Fenerbahce!
What a game in Istanbul. After 15 lead changes, Fener ice it in the clutch and get the important Game 1 victory. Panathinaikos and Efes came next, and the expectations couldn't be higher after what we saw in Istanbul. And by the way things started, it seemed like we were about to have both Turkish squads winning on day 1.
Oh, Mitoglu! Dano Turu bit back with the big block. And the transition 3 for Wara.
Anadolu Efes completely stunned the people in the OAKA as they showed why they ended the regular season with 8 straight wins. Efes went on a 17-0 run in the second quarter to turn a 9-point deficit into an 8-point lead heading into halftime. Panathinaikos was struggling, especially Kendrick Nunn, who seemed nervous after getting the MVP award before the start of the game. And you know that things either go his way or the highway.
Great resilience from the road team here, and another, is it on the bench or is it on Nunn? I think it's on Kendrick Nunn. So that will be 3 personal on Nunn, the first player in the game to pick up a third.
Efes jumped to a game-high 12-point margin. However, once Panathinaikos started picking up the technical fouls, you know that hell is about to break loose in the OAKA.
Over the top of Oturu, offensive rebound, the flash, and the fire. Receives it low down on the alley D floor and gets to the basket.
Juancho Hernan Gomez led Panathinaikos on a 12-0 run to make it a tie game. And you know that when you light a spark in the OAKA, a big fire is coming on the way.
Cedi Osman a 3 this time.
Panathinaikos limited Efes to just 4 made field goals in the fourth quarter on their way to the comeback. And when everything was on the line, Efes choked under pressure with both Shane Larkin and Vincent Poirier missing their free throws in the clutch. Instead of Efes bringing the game to a tie, Panada further exploded and completely sealed the deal.
Nunn shifts it on past the double team, and Duran Grant, the MVG. This is not the Matrix. It is the green reality.
A tough win for Panathinaikos as both teams proved themselves in Game 1. Anadolu Efes is a team that you can never take lightly, and Panathinaikos is the team with the biggest home court advantage in the EuroLeague. A huge win for Panathinaikos in Game 1 as they were pushed to their absolute limit by Efes. That's it for day 1 of the EuroLeague playoffs, as we are now awaiting the 2 remaining Game 1 matchups. If you want to see my predictions for the quarterfinals, click this video right here. That's it for now, and talk to you in the next one. Peace out.